So we meet again. Hey, you guys. Thanks for coming and joining me again. As everybody files into the room, I see you looking at me, Paige Warner of Bernardsville, New Jersey. And you too, Ian and Erica from Virginia, and Ava and Chase and Javin and Johan and Carter and Tobin and all those other people who are coming in right now. Theo, Braden, hi. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming back. Grace. You too, same too. Ooh, everything's scrolling by really fast right now. Maddie and Amelia and Jensen and Kinsey and Henry in Kentucky and Super Gabe from Cleveland. Super Gabe. And Emma in Pleasantville and all you kids out there. Nate and Matthew, hi to all of you. You're scrolling by so fast I can't even read all your names, but I read as many as I can. We'll get started at the usual time, 2 o'clock, which is in 4 minutes. Okay. But first to Isabel and Alexander, hi. Zachary, thanks for coming. Solomon from Laredo, Texas, and Jace, Tyler, Kaylee, and Maddie, and Bryce, and Shane, and another Maddie. A lot of Maddies here. Walker and Blake, and Madison, Mackenzie, and I bet Super Gabe is happy. You better be happy, Super Gabe. And Tyler and Annie and Kevin and Carolyn and Brooke in Iowa. Thanks for tuning in, all of you. We got 3 minutes to go, but Olivia and Maddie are here, and so are Aiden and Mason and Andrew and Jasper and Aiden and Anya and Avi and who else? Everybody's here. Tell your friends. We still got a few minutes. Call your cousins. Tell your friends. Get them on the phone. Say, hey, quick, get on Facebook Live right now. Dylan and Milo are here, and Ellie from Illinois, and the Glass and Searle family in New Jersey are here. Thanks for coming, all of you. You are the best. I really love talking to you every day, and I see you in there. I'm watching you. So stop touching your faces, okay? Asher from Plymouth Meeting is here, and Eli from Columbus, Ohio, and Clark from Iowa. Jude is back. Abby, Nora, and Riley are here. Hi to all of you. We got 3 minutes to go. And Sydney and Jacob are here from Long Island, and Patrick is here. The Miss family and Michaelin is here, and Stefan, or Stephen, I think it's Stefan. Oscar from Newfoundland. Thanks for coming back, Oscar. Amelia, Nick, Owen are here, and Nicholas and Alexi, and Benton from Pennsylvania, Alexa and James from Morristown. We got 2 minutes to go. Joshua's here, and Jesse from Oakland. Maddie, another Maddie. So many Maddies. Ellie and Isla and Andrew, Justin, and Matthew are here, and Van and Morgan and Ava. And let's see, we got 2 more minutes to go. I'm not telling you how many fingers you're holding up, Henry. We both know how many fingers you're holding up. Okay, we got 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go until go time. Okay. All right. So I'm ready. You guys ready? Okay. I had my Red Sox shirt on yesterday. Today I'm a White Sox person. I collect baseball shirts, so yeah. Tomorrow I'll wear another one, and you'll see what team I really root for. Ooh, surprise. Okay, here we go. Just waiting. Hold on 1 sec. Don't be nervous. Okay, I'm getting used to this. It's go time, baby! Thanks for joining me, you guys. My name is Dan Gutman. I'm the author of the My Weird School series and various other books for kids, too. Thanks for joining me again. And we're working on reading Ms. Hall is Goofball this week. But before we do that, let's get to the question of the day, which is from Madison, 8-year-old Madison in New Hampshire, who asked, which book has been your bestseller? Thanks for asking, Madison. And the answer is my best-selling book in my career was The Kid Who Ran for President. Yes, it's about a kid who runs for president. And I got the idea for the book a long time ago, way back in 1995. Bob Dole was running for president back then. And Bob Dole, he was 73 years old, and some people felt maybe he's too old to be president. Ring a bell? And so actually, he's still alive, Bob Dole. He's 96 years old now. But some people felt he was too old to be president. And I thought, if somebody could be too old to be president, what would be too young to be president? A kid. And that's what gave me the idea for The Kid Who Ran for President. And to this day, it's still my best-selling book because every 4 years, they sell more of them. This is published by Scholastic, by the way. Okay, so enough of that. It's time to get to our read aloud of the day, which is Ms. Hall is a Goofball. Those of you who were here yesterday know that the lunch lady, Ms. LaGrange, was deported, sadly, and she was replaced with a new lunch lady, Ms. Hall. And we know, of course, that she's a little bit odd because all grown-ups are a little bit odd. And like she comes roller skating into the cafeteria, you know, and she's really ridiculously passionate about lunch because everybody says that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but Ms. Hall says lunch is the most important meal of the day. She loves lunch. And much to the dismay of AJ and some of his friends, she loves veggies. And that's where we left off on chapter 2. So let's start today with chapter 3, which is titled Mystery Meat and No Foo. Okay. All right. Gather around your computer, around your smartphone, your widescreen TV, your laptop, your tablet, whatever it is you're watching me on, and here we go. After that, we had to go to science class. Pringle up, everybody, said Mr. Cooper. We lined up in single file and walked 1,100,000 miles to the science room. Our science teacher is Mr. Docker. We'll read this another time. But when we got to the science room, Mr. Docker was talking with our computer teacher, Mrs. Yonkers, the new lunch lady, Ms. Hall, and Mr. Harrison, the guy who fixes the copy machines and stuff when it breaks. Good morning, said Mr. Docker. In honor of our new lunch lady, Ms. Hall, today we're going to talk about some exciting new developments in food technology. Mr. Harrison, would you like to start things off? Mr. Harrison went up to the front of the room. He had a little white thing in his hand, but I couldn't tell what it was. I've been working in my workshop on this new tool that you kids will be able to use in the lunchroom, he explained. What is that thing? Asked Mr. Docker. You know what a spork is, right? Said Mr. Harrison. It's a spoon and fork all in one. Well, I've developed a new utensil. It's a fork, knife, and spoon all in one. And here he is demonstrating, showing his new technology. Whoops, my fingers are in the way. That's very interesting, said Mr. Docker. What do you call it? I call it a noof, said Mr. Harrison. Knife, spoon, and fork. How do you spell noof? Asked Andrea, who always cares about how words are spelled, just in case they'll be on a spelling test someday. What is her problem? K-N-O-O-F, he replied. The K is silent. If the K is silent, why is it there? If you ask me, they should just get rid of the letter K. That's a great idea, said Ms. Hall. I can't wait to try out a noof at lunch today. We all clapped our hands in circles to give Mr. Harrison a round of applause. "Okay, Ms. Hall, you have the floor," said Mr. Docker. That was weird. What does she need the floor for? Who wants a floor anyway? Ms. Hall held up a plate full of cupcakes. Yum. "Thank you," she said. "I wanted to give the kids a sneak peek at my new recipe. Meatball cupcakes with mashed potato icing." And here's a picture of it. Meatball cupcakes with mashed potato icing. "That sounds yummy," said Andrea. "I agree," said Emily, who agrees with everything Andrea says. "Gross," I said. "What kind of meat is in a meatball cupcake?" "Mystery meat," said Ms. Hall. "What's mystery meat?" we all asked. "If I told you, it wouldn't be a mystery," said Ms. Hall. That was weird. We all clapped our hands in circles. To give Ms. Hall a round of applause. Next, it was Mrs. Yonkers' turn. She picked up a few plates that were on the windowsill. I don't have a Mrs. Yonkers voice, okay? "As you know, it's important for kids to eat veggies," said Mrs. Yonkers. "So Mr. Docker and I have been working in the lab. We came up with a few ideas." Mr. Docker held up a box of Twinkies. "Now you're talking my language," I said. "I love Twinkies." "Oh, these aren't Twinkies," Mr. Docker said. "They're Vinkies. We took regular Twinkies, scooped out the cream filling, and put veggies in there instead. You're going to love them." And here's a picture of Mr. Docker holding up a box of Vinkies. "That's a great idea," said Ms. Hall. "Ugh, gross. Veggie-filled Twinkies? I thought I was going to throw up." Next, Mrs. Yonkers held up a big green pepper. "It looks like a regular pepper, right?" she said, cutting it open with a knife. "But it's not a regular pepper. There's a little toy inside. See? We can grow the pepper right around the toy." "Amazing," said Ms. Hall. "So it's sort of like a Happy Meal." More like a sad meal, if you ask me. "And this is our masterpiece," Mr. Docker said, holding up some white thing. "You've heard of tofu, right?" "I love tofu," said Andrea and a few other kids. Ugh, gross. I'm not eating food made out of toes. Why can't a truck full of tofu fall on Andrea's head? "For many people, tofu is an alternative to meat," said Mr. Docker. "But some people don't like tofu. That's why we've developed this new food, no-fu." No-fu? "Yes, no-fu is an alternative to tofu," explained Mrs. Yonkers. "It's tofu with no tofu in it, for people who don't like tofu." "So it's tofu-free," said Mr. Docker. "You're going to love it." "I love it already," said Ms. Hall. "Not only that," continued Mrs. Yonkers, "our sense of smell is connected to our sense of taste. So we've developed a new product that you spray on veggies to make them taste and smell like meat." Mr. Docker took a can of something and sprayed it on a piece of no-fu. "See," he said, "it's canned meat spray." "It's like portable meat in a can," said Mrs. Yonkers, spraying some portable meat spray. Ms. Hall picked up the piece of no-fu with meat spray on it and took a bite. "Mmm," she said, "veggie meat. It's delicious. I love it." Portable meat spray in a can? Ugh, all that stuff sounded horrible. And those teachers are weird. Okay, that's chapter 3. Are you ready for chapter 4? What's the magic word? All right, chapter 4 is titled My name is AJ, and I hate veggies. I wasn't all that excited for lunch the next day as we walked 1,100,000 miles to the vomitorium. It used to be called the cafetorium, but then some first grader threw up in there. I was the line leader. Ms. Hall greeted us at the door. "Hi, dollface," she said to me. "Dollface?" I asked. "Why are you calling me dollface?" "No reason," she said. "Hey, look, I installed an all-you-can-eat salad bar." "What if all I want to eat is no salad?" I asked. "The only bar I like is a candy bar. You should have an all-you-can-eat candy bar." Miss Hall replied. "What if I sprayed the salad with some portable meat?" "No, thank you," I told her. "I brought my lunch from home. Can I just have a bunch of straws? I always carry extra straws with me." "Sure, dollface," she said. "Why do you carry straws with you?" "Because whenever I do something," I told her, "grown-ups are always saying, 'That's the last straw.'" Joke. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So did Ryan, Michael, Neil, and Alexia. You have to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch every day. That's the law. Andrea and Emily, of course, went to the all-you-can-eat salad bar. "I love veggies," Andrea said when she came back to the table. "Me too," said Emily. "My favorite veggie is cauliflower," Andrea said. "Mine too," said Emily. "Ugh, I'm not going to eat any kind of flour." "What's your favorite vegetable, Arlo?" asked Andrea, who calls me by my real name because she knows I don't like it. "Twinkies," I said. "Twinkies aren't a vegetable," Andrea told me. "Well, they should be," I replied. We all started eating our lunches. "I don't think I'm going to like Ms. Hall," said Alexia. "I hate veggies." "Me too," said Michael. "Me three," I said. My favorite thing to do at lunch is annoy Emily. "Hey, Emily," I said, "do you like seafood?" "Sure," she said. "I love seafood." I took a bite of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Then I chewed it a little. Then I opened my mouth wide so Emily could look inside. "See," I said, "food." And here's AJ showing Emily some seafood. "Ew, gross," Emily said. "Stop trying to scare Emily," Andrea, Andrea told me. "Hey, maybe Ms. Hall isn't a real lunch lady." Hang on a second, wait a minute. I ruined my voice talking like Andrea. "Maybe Ms. Hall isn't a real lunch lady," I said. "Did you ever think of that?" "What do you mean?" asked Alexia. "Well," I said, "maybe Ms. Lagrange really wasn't really sent back to France. Maybe Ms. Hall kidnapped her." "I'm scared," said Emily. "Yeah," said Ryan, "maybe Ms. Hall locked Ms. Lagrange up in the freezer. Stuff like that happens all the time, you know." "We've got to do something," Emily shouted, and then she went running out of the room. "Sheesh, that girl will fall for just about anything." "That wasn't nice, Arlo," Andrea told me. "Well, she started it," I replied. "She said she liked seafood." Actually, I like seafood too. One time, Ryan and I were at his house playing video games, and we decided we were hungry for shrimp lo mein. So we decided to dig a hole to China so we could go get some Chinese food. We got a couple of feet down before we got tired and decided to go inside and play video games again. Ryan's mom said we worked really hard, so she took us out for shrimp lo mein. Yum! I love Chinese food. And the best part is you don't have to dig a hole to China to eat it. While we were eating, Ms. Hall came over to our table. She was holding a big zucchini. It looked like a baseball bat. I just wanted to see how you kids were making out, she said. Ew, gross, we all shouted. We're not making out. I wish I could convince you to eat healthier, Miss Hall told us. You know, thousands of years ago, people didn't have junk food. Cavemen actually had a very healthy diet. And look what happened to them, I told her. They all died. Maybe if those cavemen ate some Twinkies, they'd still be around today. Why do grown-ups like veggies so much? We used to have a health teacher named Ms. Leakey. She opened up a restaurant called McLeakey's that had nothing but apples. But then she was fired when she was caught sitting in a dumpster eating junk food. How about tasting zucchini, dollface? Ms. Hall said to me. It's delicious, and it's good for you. Here, I'll cut you a slice. Ms. Hall started cutting the zucchini into little pieces and passing them around. Only Andrea ate some. I don't get it. Why would a sliced zucchini taste any different than an unsliced zucchini? It's still zucchini any way you slice it. No thanks, I said. I'm sticking with junk food. I'll convince you, dollface, she said. I'm really good at that. But for now, I need to go run the dishwasher. What? The dishwasher can't run. It doesn't even have legs. And even if it did, why would you want it to run? I say dishwashers should stay in one place, like refrigerators. We were almost finished with lunch when Emily came back to the table. I was thinking, Emily, said Andrea, you and I should start the Veggie Lovers Club. That's a great idea, said Emily. You only want to start the Veggie Lovers Club so Ms. Hall will like you, I told Andrea. That's not true, Arlo, said Andrea. I'm starting the Veggie Lovers Club because I love veggies. Oh, yeah, I said. Well, if you're going to start the Veggie Lovers Club, we're going to start the Veggie Haters Club. Yeah, said Ryan, Michael, Neil, and Alexia. Everybody was excited. Starting a new club is fun. I have an idea, said Alexia. The first thing we should do in the Veggie Haters Club is to have a boycott. Why, I asked. I'm not tired. All the boys have to sleep on cots? Asked Ryan. No, dumbhead, said Alexia. A boycott is when a group of people refuse to do something. Like, we can just refuse to eat veggies for the rest of our lives. That's a great idea, said Neil. Let's boycott veggies. Yeah, we all shouted. Alexia should get the Nobel Prize. That's a prize they give out to people who don't have bells. Well, that's chapter 4, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to start with chapter 5. Nice try, Ms. Hall. But before you go, how about the joke of the day? You ready for it? Okay, here we go. What's red and smells like blue paint? What's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint. Okay, this was fun, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. And until then, I hope you guys read like crazy and wash your hands like crazy. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye now. See ya. I've got to turn this thing off.